Well, I said we was gonna go live and talk about the wall. So as soon as I get set up here, let's see here, clear out some stuff so I can see people's emails or chat on the side. I don't think that's gonna work either. So it takes me a minute to clear everything. Let's just clear everything. Start over. There we go. Yeah, I was watching the news tonight and found out some more information about the wall. And want to share what I found out from everybody. I found out that basically there's federal student loans, or they're not giving them. Thank God my granddaughter's out of college, and I mean it's affecting people that doesn't even, you know, I mean it's just ridiculous. It's affecting people. See if I still got something to watch over here. Okay, let's see here. That. Okay. Yeah, it's affecting people all. I mean, I was amazed. This thing ain't going to come on, so I have to get another phone. Got plenty of them. Every one of my kids give me a phone. Sure, I'm connected, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there's people out there, students are suffering. Housewives are suffering. Housewives are suffering. I'll set it right in a minute. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like, who can we punish? And what gets me is the Congress, the House, the Vice President, the President. They still get their check. Well, a lot of them don't have that opportunity. I understand that people should be putting money back, especially if and should have plenty of money if they work for the government. Hello out there. Let's see here. What the heck? Well, we're talking about the wall. That's what's up tonight. My dogs are barking. But, I mean, I am glad that I really don't. What about the retired federal workers? Are they going to get their retirement check? No. The school students, are they going to get their tuition grants? No. I heard that people on the national news, and I was watching it this evening, it's going to sell. Some of them's trying to sell their second car that they have, or boat, or trailer, or camper, just anything to make that extra money because they have tuitions that they're paying. They have to pay their own insurance. Did you know that? Okay, if you have Blue Cross or Blue Shields, let's say your premium was, the company was paying $600 a month for you and your family, well, you have to pay that because there was no check to take it out of. You see what I'm getting at? So therefore, if you want to drop your insurance, then restart it back up, which some people are going to have a hard time, but you're having to do a lot of this juggling. And yeah, it's not right for a person to work and be forced to work. Some of them are forced to work without a paycheck. So they're calling in sick and using sick leave, trying to do another job or whatever they got to do. I mean, come on. You got to do what you got to do. And I don't think garage sales will keep you afloat. I don't think babysitting for somebody else's kid will keep you afloat. The suggestions that was given to the National Guard is not going to help you. It's just not going to do it. I mean, how much you'd have to watch 15, 20 kids, and anybody staying 15, 20 kids is more than I want to put up with. Well, there's a lot of things out there that it's bothering the American people. Do we need a wall? They're answering that. Do they not need a wall? They're answering that. I mean, I'm not going to say one way or the other. Do we need it? Do we don't need it? I mean, showing you what and talking about the effects of shutting down the government, basically over a wall. I don't think it's I think that $5 billion is what he's wanting. It's going to cost $5 billion this year. Probably next year it's going to cost $7 billion. Next year it's going to go up. All construction goes up. They start off building a building that's going to cost you $20 million or $20 billion, and then it sort of doubles. It's like building a freeway. Before they get done, it's doubled in price, and that's probably what will happen. Well, it'll double in price, so it'll be $10 billion. You know. But that's not for me to say yay or nay or whatever. I'm just saying, look at the effects it's having on the American people. I mean, the American people, yes, they voted him in, and his deal was to build a wall. He's probably trying to keep his promise to the American people. But the sad part about it, look what it's doing to the American people. It's causing them to fight and argue. I never seen such a like over something that if they'd have done this in World War II or World War One or any of the, basically, we'd have lost. I mean, we had people pulling together to get something done. Congress and them needs to work together to get what they need to get done. Ooh, I got to start reading my emails. They're going back so fast. Well, I agree with some of these comments over here. I don't know why this one is. I don't know why it's. Yeah, they're coming up now. Well, everybody's. I think it's both parties, not just one party. I think it's both parties. I think they could have worked it out without all this shutting the government down. I think we hired them to do a job. Both sides, everybody. We hired them to do a job. Not throw temper tantrums. They say that he did. I don't know. But hired them to do, both of them, Congress, the House, all of them. I hired them to do a job for me, the taxpayer. And if they think higher officials, this, that, and the other, need a wall, then build a damn wall. If you don't think you need a wall, then don't build a damn wall. But work on it. Work on getting something done. What the heck is this about? I hurt my finger this evening trying to cut me up a salad. Didn't work, so I have to use this other finger. Yeah. I'm trying to get it to work. I hate when it don't flip up right. There we go. Well, now we're back. Oh, no, there we go. So I'm going to read some more comments. And yeah, they could be destroyed. They could destroy our country if you're not careful. What's going to happen? A long time ago, people can't remember, but I don't know where I explained it right. But a long time ago, Russia did not pay their military, did not pay their employees, but they couldn't quit because they went to the gulag and died or whatever. I mean, it was like if you abandon the country, I mean, you'd go to prison. And they still left the job to feed their families. So what does the president expect? He's talking again. What does the president expect for these people? To stay working for the government or stay in their positions for safety, FBI, whatever? I mean, how long do you expect it to stay? It's the longest shutdown in history is 21 days, I think it was, 22 days. Well, what if it goes on for 3 months? Could you afford to not pay pay your bills for 3 months? You think the electric company's going to like that? Your loan office is going to like that? Your mortgages people's going to like that? Come on. Well, they don't have the money to keep working there. That's the problem. 90% of the people, I'd even probably say a little more than that, but probably let's say 50% or 75%. Most people work from paycheck to paycheck. Okay, if you don't have this paycheck, you can't pay next month's paycheck. Somebody said, "Why don't they just stay working? They're going to get their money later." Okay, how long are you going to work if you don't have something to eat or gas to get there? I mean, I know get some of them that work for the government have a good wage. Just sat down. I'm going to leave this up here so I can read this thing without looking at that crazy phone. Well, I mean, I ain't got no clear suggestions. I mean, I have no idea what the people's going to come up to and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, look at the people that our government is hurting. And that's all the way around, president, all the way down to Congress and everybody else. I mean, we voted these people in to do a job, Democrat or Republican. I want them to do a job. I want them to come to the conclusion quickly and respectably and efficiently. Do we need it or we don't need it? That's what I'm saying. And then when you come to that conclusion, you gotta stop working for the government and get a real job. But I worked for the government 47 years, and though we had a few shutdowns. But the point about it is, you've got to figure out, it's a good guaranteed job, but it has things like this. But what I'm saying, what about all the other offices and things? Food stamps is stopped. People that's getting food stamps ain't working for the government. Surely not. If they do, they need to strike for higher wages. To hell with the wall. But you're hurting them. You're hurting economies, and if they can't buy food, then you're hurting pop and mop your neighborhood grocery store. They're hurting the trucking company that brings the groceries. It is hurting all the way around over this wall. $5 million or $100 billion. It's like, if you got the American people where they can't afford to eat, then you got a problem. I mean, you literally got a problem. That's right. It's hurting a lot of people we don't even know about. Just don't even have a clue. College kids, everything. I mean, it's hurting everybody. And thank you. I appreciate friends out there. But we're hurting a lot of college kids. We're hurting a lot of. I talked to a single mother last week. She worked at Walmart. She had a 16-year-old daughter that was working at McDonald's and trying to help pay bills. And now she said her food stamps only lasted 3 weeks anyway. She didn't get all that much. She had 4 children. Didn't know where the daddy was. They're still hunting for that guy. And there's all daddies out of the same man, babies out of the same man. He just up one day and decided to leave. Well, she went to work at Walmart, all she could get. And then she's getting the food stamps. Well, she can't get her food stamps. And she said they didn't last for 3 weeks anyway. But her daughter has to work. She's 16, trying to go to school, and she's working over 40 hours now, mind you. There every day she can. And food stamps was a big part of their life. I mean, yeah, we had to help. She already had 4 kids. I mean, maybe a husband and wife could have raised 4 kids, but a single mother drawing a couple of $10 an hour, I don't think so. I think minimum wage should be $10 an hour myself, but that's beside the point. All I'm saying is if we need a wall They need to start that damn wall. If we don't need a wall, they need to shut the hell up and and start paying these people that's on the job and get everything rolling again. But they should have come to that conclusion without ever shutting the government down. Okay, President did shut the government down. That's it, 100% in his power. But he's forcing the House, or Pelosi, I think it is, to reconsider her point of view. Well, if she don't want to reconsider her point of view, then maybe he needs to consider his point of view. And then they don't realize if he declares a national emergency and builds a wall, national emergency, he really don't want to do that because that entails like martial law. You see what I'm saying? If he claims an emergency on not having a wall, all the other things will fall in we'll have National Guard driving up and down our streets as police officers on freeways. You see what I'm saying? You will declare basically a martial law or a military state is what you're going to declare. And when you declare a military state, are we any different than being run by a dictator? That's what I'm getting at. Because basically that's what it is when you declare a martial law or something like that, you're run by the military. I don't want to be run by a military. I want to be run by my government that I voted for. You know, I want my police officers, my county sheriffs, my own judges that I voted for, this, that, and the other, to deal with my local problems. And even me, if I get a speeding ticket, I don't want to go in a holding tank by the federal government till they figure out how to bail me out. You know what I'm saying? And the government's just a shutdown is just the start of it over a wall. Now, if he wants to declare martial law over the wall and have the military build it a state of emergency, it's within his power. I mean, we give the president a lot of power because he is our commander-in-chief, and he should be treated as such. But the point about it is, American people, did they hire this person to do this? They probably hired him to build a wall, but they didn't know what it was going to entail. Well, yeah, hurricanes are not really declared an emergency. What they're really declared is for state and federal aid. It's what they're declaring it as a disaster, not an emergency. A governor turns in a disaster, and that's what it falls under, is a disaster relief, not a emergency relief or emergency fund. Get over here and I'll film camera you little. There's my little dog that stands on there. He's wanting me to hold him. He said, "Come on." He said, "No, you're on that computer thing." I don't like it. He don't trust the computer. Maybe we all shouldn't trust. Let's see here. FEMA comes and yeah, that's federal government. Come on. What would be a disaster right now is if we had something hit us, like a hurricane or tornado disaster, a flood, a severe snowstorm that's going to hit the east this year, this week, next week coming up. He's trying to find a place to lay down. The point about it is that I pray to God that nothing like that happens. Well, sit down. I'll put you on TV and let you talk. You want to talk? Probably do a better job. I don't know. I mean, it's just a lot to think of. I mean, yeah, we all need something to make us feel some more secure, with no doubt in my mind. And a wall is not a bad idea. You know, we've had borders. I mean, we should have borders. I mean, maybe on the north and the south border, the Canada border and the Mexican border. But the point about it is, we've had how many presidents that hasn't done it really much of anything on a wall? What are we going to do about our migrant workers that come over and pick all of our fruit, our oranges and our peaches and our lettuce and all this other stuff? You know, I mean, We basically subcontract all of our stuff like that in California and Arizona, New Mexico, our border states, Texas, and even further up in there for Mexican migrant workers to come over and pick our fruit. Are we going to stop that, or are we going to get out and pick our own fruit? I don't know. Maybe we should do all let AI have it and let them do it. I think $5 billion is really pretty cheap. I don't know how many Tomahawk missiles. How many Tomahawk missiles you can buy for $5 billion, but we spend a lot on the military. Does a ship cost $5 billion? A nuclear ship? I don't know. I mean, a wall, really? $5 billion. I don't know how much the government's got, but I think they could probably afford $5 billion. It's just a pawn or a play or whatever for the American people. Well, no, I don't like that. No, we hired them to do a job, and if they cannot do the job, then they need to step down and let even president, let him step down, let somebody else come up. Pelosi step down, let somebody come up. They can work together. Apparently, you guys can't work together. I just like they need to be in timeout. Well, I hope this weekend they get timeout. But if you got two kids in your own house and they cannot get along or come to understanding or any of that theory, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe they need to step down or step aside or something. You know what I'm saying? This phone is crazy. Let's hit this and see what that does. Okay, close that, and close that, and close that, and let's see if this comes back up. Yeah, you had to close all that crap to get it back on there. I just don't. I mean, there's no good answer. What I'm saying, they've got to work together. That's why you hired them. It's shameful that they're not working together. Well, that's true. I mean, it. We have lived with our borders a lot less than what they are today. I graduated and went to school down in Southern California, and we back in they was walking backwards and forth. Them students walked across, and we walked across backwards and forth, backwards and forth. I lived a couple of miles from the border and went to school right on the border. Had a school fence. One side was a Mexico school, and the other side was an American school. We walked backwards and forth to lunch and everything else. All of a sudden, is our borders that more dangerous than they was 10 years ago? Okay. Wait a minute. We've been fighting ISIS and them, what, for almost 12, 15 years? When did they bomb the trade centers? It's been 10, 15 years ago. If we needed a border, we probably should have put that wall in. I think another president or whatever wouldn't have had that big a deal to start, But then if you start at the south, do you need a northern border? Do we need to be like China or Russia or Poland? Hitler, Russia built a wall in Germany. Hitler built a wall to keep the Polish Jews in. I mean, do we need a wall? Okay, if you determine we do need a wall, they're still going to figure a way to get over it, around it, and under it. Maybe we need more technology stuff. I don't know. I mean, we hired these people that's supposed to be smarter than we are and more educated because they can start a committee up with all experts. None of us probably an expert in our field, and my field was not building a wall or running the government. I thought myself we should just annex all the way to Panama Canal, because that'd be a short wall to build across there. That's the shortest, and all the way to the North Pole, and say, wait a minute, it's all America, it's all North America, we're all one country, one people, whatever. And then I'd like to buy a house in Costa Rica. They got some beautiful land down there, or Panama, or in North America somewhere on the coast, But yeah, well, you're right about that. We spent a lot more money in Afghanistan, and I mean, we paid how many millions did we pay for Saddam Hussein to find him? We pay off them Taliban leaders and everything else. We even give the other side guns. I mean, if we knew what our government would do, no wonder they only last about 8 years, and then they turn into be old and ancient after 8 years. No, the United States should never be the world's dumping ground. I will agree with you that. And we can't be police over the world. We have enough problems securing our own borders, and I mean, we cannot run to everybody's aid without taking care of our own aid. If you look at the homeless population, you look at the people living and working under the poverty level. Come on, we got bigger issues than a damn wall. Get that damn wall built if it needs built, or don't build it if it don't need built. But we need to start facing some of these other issues. We have gave up in our schools so much lacking on education. Kids don't even have to learn cursive anymore. Come on, people. Bull. I mean, like I said, I'm getting tired of them hollering and fussing and griping about a wall. Yeah, we got a lot of military bases and this, that, and the other. But he can use the military now. All kidding aside, that president has a lot of power, and we gave him a lot of power. He can use the military to build the wall. Caesar did when he built the wall, Hadrian's Wall. He used the military. He used all the military on all projects that had to do with his regime, and that's called Julius Caesar. You know, he had the military build a wall, Hadrian's Wall in England, between Scotland and England. The Chinese, he used forced slave labor. I guess we could use slave labor. We could use the prisoners. How about using all them prisoners we set up and feed every month? Well, let's have them build a wall. We don't need contractors. We'll just put them out there and have them build a wall. I mean, there's ways to do it. He can do all kinds of things with his power. The trouble of it is, would they keep if he says and calls a state of emergency and has the military build it, he can have the start on that wall, even though he will. They'll fall court. They're on our tax dollar, and they're going to follow. They'd follow it in the Supreme Court. Well, that's going to cost us taxpayers because we're paying for all this. The fight in court and everything else to see if it's constitutional and all that crap. It'll probably run more than $5 billion just to get it out of the Supreme Court. Might take 10 years to get it out of the Supreme Court. He won't even be president then. Come on, phone. I don't know what's wrong. There we go. That's it. I'm going to try to read some of this thing. Excuse me. Well, all I know is if they keep the government shut down, what do you expect these people to do on food stamps? What do you expect these air traffic controllers to do? What do you expect the FBI to do? Any military guy that's overseas or even here domestically, his wife's going to say, honey, I ain't got a damn thing to feed these kids. Your check didn't come in. What does he think? Is he going to go AWOL and try to feed his family? That's what they did in Russia. And they had to end up being shot or killed over there for not doing their job. And if it declares a martial state or martial government emergency, that would be, you know, I don't know. I'm waiting to see. I'm just like anybody else. I'm waiting to see. But I didn't wait. I didn't harm, and or people, the American people deserve more than that. They deserve more than fighting and squabbling in the White House. We've had that for how many years now? No wonder a lot of people don't even vote anymore. Hell, they're going to do whatever they want to. That's what they claim. No, you need to get out and vote. But I mean, they've lost credibility over the years. They've lost credibility. People need to, you guys need to read each other's comments over here. I mean, they're making some great ones. I mean, who in the hell would keep an employee on and not pay them? If you hired somebody to do a job, then didn't want to pay them, you expect them to do a very good job? I don't think so. If I was a federal employee, I'd say, oh, hell, I don't need to check that damn basket of food. I ain't getting paid for it anyway. So, the Food Administration, hell, we liable to get salmonella and every damn thing else. I mean, air traffic controller, oh, hell, let him get on a plane. Who in the hell gives a shit? Maybe if they blow up a few planes, they'll start giving me a paycheck. You see what I'm saying? Who in the hell knows? I've seen people not do good jobs when you don't pay them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I understand that, but people that our government's supposed to take care of the rich and the poor and everybody in between. And then there's all kinds of people that has second and third benefits off the government. You know, government contracts. There's government employees. They get a government contract to hire employees. Well, look, they're suffering too. Uh, Anything that has to do, an FBI worker, he wants to build his house. We had one on television tonight, and he can't finish building his house because he was using part of his paycheck every month, cutting back, using $300 or $400 of his paycheck, or $200 or $300 or whatever it was, and he just had to stop, the construction. He couldn't verify his loan to close on a house because he can't proof of income. He has none. See what I'm saying? He can't prove of income this month because he don't have one, but he can't close on his house. I mean, it's affecting everybody and everyone over a wall. And I'm going to boil it down. It really ain't about the damn wall. I think that we had that with Obama. Everybody wanted to fight one way or the other, and he was just a stand-up there president, couldn't get a damn thing done. Okay? We're doing the same damn thing with Obama. I mean, as we did Obama, as we are with Trump. You can't get a damn thing done because everybody wants to fight. I did not hire these damn people to sit there and fight and fuss and gripe and bitch and moan. No, come to the conclusion, work it out, and get it done one way or the other. Yeah, I mean, hell, the wildlife department's government, our federal parks are government, even state parks will be affected. Now, hey, they will be affected because a lot of state parks are using federal grants to stay open. They're not getting them. You see what I'm saying? They're using federal money. Our schools are suffering. Do you realize that? Each state gets so much money off the federal government for our school program. They're suffering. Yeah. Everybody's suffering for what? A damn wall. I mean, hell, if I had a hammer and nails and was 10 years younger, I'd go out there and build a damn wall my damn self. Shut the hell up. I think, hell, Ain't we got enough damn drones with something to shoot at them or something that they want to come over and make it pretty damn hard on them. But the point about it, well, that'd be inhumane. Well, quit fussing over something. $5 billion. Do you realize what the federal government blows on damn toothpaste or a hammer every damn year, or the smallest damn toilet paper? Somebody needs to Google. How much does the United States government? Let me hear. I got another damn phone. Do it my damn self. How much does the United States government spend on toilet paper a year? And I bet you it's over $5 billion. Hell, just to wipe your ass. Come on now. Where's Google? I'll find out my damn self. How much does the federal government spend on toilet paper? Let's see if it's going to give us something. Well, one person spends how much? $6 billion. Yeah. The United States government spends $6 billion a year on toilet tissue. Let's see if I can get it on here. Can you see any damn thing there at the bottom? I can't see my damn self. I have to look at another damn phone. Let me look at another damn phone. Yeah. Well, hell, it's turned off. Yeah, damn thing. Yeah. $6 billion. $6 billion to wipe your ass. We can't even get a $5 billion wall. What the hell? Build it out of toilet paper. Damn. They lose a lot to wipe their ass, I'll tell them that. Well, hell. Yeah, I had it on there. Yeah. We spend $6 billion. Hi, Irene. We spend $6 billion on toilet paper, toilet tissue. Now, we can talk about all the other paper and everything for the government. $6 billion on toilet paper now. Maybe they need to bring their damn toilet paper from the house and build a damn wall. And they'd have $1 billion left. You see what I'm saying? Maybe they need to put in a bidet and they wash their ass instead of using toilet paper. That'd save us $6 billion to build a damn wall. Water pressure wash your butt. You get one of them air blowers down there in that commode to dry it. To dry it too. I'm just saying we spend more on toilet tissue. $6 billion on toilet tissue up against $5 billion for a damn wall. Do you realize how much this shutdown is going to cost the American government and the American people? It's ridiculous. It's about as ridiculous as sitting there fighting over $5 billion when they spend $6 billion to wipe your butt. And the American people need, every one of us, before we want the wall or don't want the wall, needs to march our ass to the White House, about 360 million of us, and say, now let me tell you something. We didn't hire your asses up here to sit on your ass. We hired you up here to do a damn job. Now do the damn job, take the survey, use the evidence, and make an intelligent decision what to do. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. I mean, hey, if the majority wants the wall, then build a damn wall. Majority don't want to build a wall, then don't build a wall. But I do not appreciate you sitting on your ass and spend $6 billion of my money to wipe your ass. And that's what I don't appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else I can find out. Let's find. Ooh, I'll have to turn that back on. I don't use this phone. That's what else we're going to ask to see what something cost. Okay, let's see. How much does the government spend on paper products a year?
According to Federal News Network, no wonder the government spends more than $600 million a year on office supplies using General Services Administration contracts. That's about 0.15% of total government contract spending.
Okay, don't spend much on damn paper supplies, spend more on toilet paper. That means they're not working. Because every damn thing should have a paper memo to back it up. So they're spending more damn money to wipe their ass than they are sending the memo out or sending paperwork out. Understandable. Let's see what else we can ask them. How much does the United States government spend on gas a year?
Here's some information for how much does America spend on gas per year? According to EIA, how much gasoline does the United States consume? In 2017, about 142.98 billion gallons of finished motor gasoline were consumed squared in the United States, a daily average of about 391.71 million gallons.
How much does the United States government use in gas? Yes, that's the right question. The United States national gas usage. Okay. We're getting shocked over here on gallons. Oh well, hell, it's 141.43 billion gallons. That's a lot of damn gas. Well, we use a lot of gas overseas, I guess. I think they're all full of gas. You want the truth? I think they're all damn full of gas. I mean, come on. I think they're all full of gas. I don't know. You need to Google that and get back with us. I don't know. Irene, we could all use Google. Use Google and find out. But let me see here. I'm going to find out on that one question. Let me hit the button here. All right, we'll see what we got. I don't understand that one, but that one is pretty interesting. Let's see. How much do they spend on cleaning office buildings for the federal government? This is probably too much. Don't say. Office cleaning. I wish this damn thing stay on more. Okay. Keep going down a little bit. Now we're talking about the wall, and that's what I'm going to warn everybody. We are talking about the wall and how much the wall spends, how much it's hurting people, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking about any other subject because I will block you and I will take you out of here. Because I think it's important to know how much the government spends a year. Let's see how much the government spends a year.
According to the balance, current U.S. government spending is $4.407 trillion. That's the federal budget for the fiscal year 2019. It's 21% of the gross domestic product.
So, that's our budget. $4.407 trillion. Okay. What percentage is $5 billion of our national budget? Here we go. Got 2 phones working. Ooh, let's see. National defense, I think it's what it's selling is 5% of the budget. I mean, they ain't even worried about the wall. Don't even have a blip. I guess it's like toilet paper. It don't even have a. The only thing that's bothering is the people doing all the running around with their heads cut off. There you go. I removed that. Now we're going to go work on what people wants to talk about this wall and understand what they're doing. I mean, we're not the brightest people in the world as Americans because our education system sucks. And we're letting other countries come in. We're letting other countries come in and do all of our work for us. I don't know how long it's going to take to build this wall. I don't. That is a good question. I wonder if we Google it. There we go. Let me see here. I will Google it. How long is it going to take to build the president's wall? Oh, I don't say. Oh, right here, 6 years. 700 miles all he wants to build it. I think. It'll take 6 years, what they're telling me on this thing. Well, I don't know what to do about this wall. And I'm so little on the totem pole, it ain't going to matter about this, what I think. It's what you American people think. As a big majority, that's what it's going to take. It's not. It's going to take more than just us. It's going to take a lot of people to say, wait a minute, we've had enough of playing games and this, that, and the other. It'll probably cost $100 billion. There's no need. I mean, we should probably just build one across North and South America, and I mean North and South of the United States. I don't know how we're ever going to get up by Alaska. That's part of our hell. Just annex. I think it'll be cheaper. Be like Russia. We just want your country. We're going to come in and take it. And if you don't like it, what the hell? I think half of them would be like the EU over there, the United Europe, about the dollar. If you just voted them all in, I mean, hey, Mexico, you want to become part of the United States? Shit, they'd all, hell yeah. Costa Rica, you'll become part of the United States? They'll probably say, hell yeah. And I heard that, hell, Canada probably wouldn't mind it either, you know. I mean, I don't know, I don't know what they're going to do, but I want them to go to work and do it. That's what my main deal is, because you're hurting people. I mean, you probably would be hurting the trafficking going back and forth across the border. Yeah, I understand that 100%. But what else would you be hurting? You see what I'm saying? I mean, right now they're doing nothing. They bought the House and the Congress and all them went home for the weekend. President wanted them to stay and work something out. Okay, well, are they allowed weekends off? Hell, I don't know. In a national emergency, are you allowed weekends off? I don't think so. Is it my soldiers, or when you was a soldier, or they was a soldier? Can we just lay down our guns and say, well, I don't work this weekend. Hell, do whatever the hell you want to. I'll come back Monday and fight you. You see what I'm saying? No, that ain't the way it works. If you declare a national emergency, then Congress and the House of Representatives should not go home. My opinion. I don't give a damn what it's over. Wall's my least of my problems then. You see what I'm saying? All right, so the least of our problems is that damn wall. That's funny. We're gonna pay the Mexicans to build it. Hell, I thought we're supposed to keep them out. That's sort of like genocide. We don't want Mexicans over here. Well, shit. Do you know what? Realize there's about 11 to 15 million of them over here already. That's illegals. Not even counting American citizens that has Spanish descent. Damn. We don't want nobody, huh? You have a good night too, sir. I don't know. I mean, all I'm wanting to do is say, please work on an idea or whatever to get it done. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. And I think that would be well above what the American people want. Even the ones that want the wall or don't want the wall, they still want you to work on the solution to get our government back to work. Well, I don't know how you get people in your neighborhood to work, but I think they want more than $5 an hour and a case of beer, but that's beside the point. I think maybe that's what we need to give our Congress and the president and the vice president, $5 an hour and a case of beer. Maybe if they get drunk and be better, politer, and more come to a solution. That's a good suggestion. Maybe we need to pay our instead of paying hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, maybe we need to give them $5 an hour. If they had to support themselves on $5 an hour, that's probably what working class people really gets with their paycheck. Minimum wage is $7.50, so they're pretty close to $5 an hour. And I guess that's how they're going to make a living on it. They don't. Everything costs so much that if we can get it cheaper or get it done cheaper, I mean, maybe we need to work out a trade agreement or something, where we can have, and don't need a damn wall. I don't have no idea. Like I said, but I want something. I want my damn Congress and my president and them to work on something. I'm hurt my finger today. Cut a big chunk out of it, and it's bleeding, making me a salad. I had to chop up the avocado, and that's where I cut my finger. It would look like you'd think it. No, it wasn't. It was I was cutting up the shrimp. Not shrimp, but crab or something I was cutting up. And I put it on the salad and hurt my finger. So, I mean, maybe I need to hire somebody to cook it for me. I don't know. Hey, maybe we can get a foreign country to build a wall. And while they're at it, they can probably build a tunnel too while they're doing it. So I don't know. Who knows what the government's going to do next? But I know if they don't go to work, they're going to have all kinds of major problems. Going to have maybe like Marie Antoinette back in the day in France. It's brought to her attention they didn't have bread to eat. Well, some of these damn federal government workers ain't even going to have bread to eat. And then she said, well, let them eat cake if they don't have bread. So they ended up cutting her head off. So maybe that's what's going to happen. I wouldn't want to piss off the military too damn much. They got guns. You see what I'm saying? Congress might have the vote, but the damn military's got the gun. You see what I'm saying? If you not paying these people, it's only been one paycheck. Wait till they get about 10 under their belt. It's going to be an interesting deal. How much of your government will come on to work? All your embassies are closed all over the world. Did you know that? I just thought of that. Every one of your American embassies is federal government, and they're closed all over the damn world. So we're not even making deals or doing anything all over the world. Ain't that a bitch? All of our government, federal and institutions and all that shit are closed. And that includes our American embassies. So we don't even know what the hell's going on in foreign countries. because they're closed. Shut up, griping. You sound like these people in the White House. They're already entitled. You ain't lying, Irene. But that's what I'm getting at. I mean, we need to figure out quickly and efficiently to get our government back to work. And if that ain't enough, if that ain't shocked you in 1,000 different ways, I'm just one little tiny channel that don't have even 4 or 5 people to watch. If that isn't shocking to you and downright scarier than hell that we don't even have our key people in key positions working, that's pretty damn scary. I got about another 4 minutes, and I'm going to shut this down on an hour. Because at the point, if you need to get your comments in and this, that, and the other, I might wait a day or two. I'll put another little deal up on my channel that we're going to be talking about the wall again when I hear some more information. But right now, we have a lot of people shut down and not doing anything. From college kids that can't get their loans from the federal government to the American embassies abroad. They're not working. Our government is not working. I wonder if we have spies in certain countries that's getting a federal check and they're not fucking working. Or do they be under the damn government deal where they get a check anyway? I don't know. It scares the hell out of me. That's all I know. Yeah, there's a lot of people that's parked in these national and federal parks, and they're not even picking up their own body waste. Their own filth. They're the bathrooms are just being piled up with human waste and not even been taken out of. I mean, it's getting to the point. All right, that's just been 21 days. Take where Friday was at 21 days. Today's 22 days without the government. It's shut down. What about another month from now, or another month on top of that? So I don't know. People's got to answer this. But I'm going to do some more research. I found out tonight that we spend $6 billion on toilet paper, and he only wants $5 billion for the wall. So, hey, bring you government workers in the White House, bring your own damn toilet paper, and that way we can pay for that damn wall. That's what I figured. Yeah, you pay your own toilet paper. But there's a lot of people that's not doing stuff for our own interests. Ain't that right, little guy? Let's see. What do you think, little guy? Do you think they should work or not? Let's see. He can run the government better than what that's being run. Yeah, that's right, little guy. You can run the government better than anybody else. His name's Nicky, but one was named Mickey and the other one was named Nicky. They were twins. Now one's a big boy and a little guy. They come to eat a lot better. But I don't know what the gun's going to do. What's that noise? Oh, it's my wine cooler over there kicking butt. I'm going to let you guys go. It's been nice talking to you. I might turn in tomorrow night. If I do, I'll let you have about 6 or 8 hours notification on it. And remember, President Kennedy said one time, it's not what your government can do for you, it's what you can do for your government. And I think the nowadays phrase is going to be, does your government work for you or you work for your government? Think about that one. Because I thought it was for the people, by the people, and so on and so forth, like the Constitution's being read. Oh, I'll get it right. I know what it was. Not what your country can do for you, is what you can do for your country. Yeah, you're right. But the point about it is, think about it. The new phrase is your country ain't doing nothing for you. It ain't doing a thing. It is not doing anything whatsoever because they're not working. And now that they're not working, what are we going to do? Are we going to just sit back and say, oh, that's all right? That's all right. Sit up there and act like little kids and whine and bitch. I think both of them need to go to separate corners, and then when they can act right and work for us and do the job that we hired them for, then they come back in there and start doing their job. Talk to you guys later. Have a great one. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow night or something. I've been making a video every day. Check out my videos about what I'm doing. I'm trying to clean up this house. I've got too much crap in it. And I've got to go to the doctor Monday. We'll find out what that's going to be entailed. My son went today for a CAT scan, CT, that's what they call CAT scan. And we'll find out about how he's doing Monday or Tuesday. Thank you, everybody that's tuned in, everybody that made a comment, right or wrong. It's up to you. It's your government, and it's mine too. Take care.